security man is right outside. Wondering about shit ball as a guard dog.
British Fluorspar Limited is the UK's sole producer of the industrial mineral fluorspar, also known as fluorite, which is the primary source of fluorine. The company operated in the Peak District National Park in Derbyshire, where it produced both acid-grade fluorspar and metallurgical-grade fluorspar. Fluorspar undergoes a series of physical and chemical processes in a mill to produce various fluorine-containing chemicals, with hydrofluoric acid being one of the most significant products. This acid serves as a crucial building block for numerous industrial chemicals and materials, including refrigerants, aluminium fluoride, and specialised polymers. The mining of fluorspar in the Peak District dates back to the 19th century. During this period, the mineral was increasingly in demand for its use in the production of steel and chemicals. The local economy in the Derbyshire area was significantly tied to the mining activities, and various small-scale operations were active in extracting minerals like lead, barytes, and indeed fluorspar. The material was extracted from Sallet Hole Mine, which remained in production through the 1970s and 80s, although it was expected to be exhausted by 1988. As a result, planning permission was obtained in 1986 to open a new mine at Great Hucklow, which would become Milldam Mine. In 2012, Glebe Mines was acquired by British Fluorspar Limited, ensuring the continuity of fluorspar production in the region. This acquisition was part of a broader strategy by the UK government to maintain domestic production of this critical material due to its uses in various industries, including chemicals, aluminium production, and steel making. Under British Fluorspar, the operations continued, with the Milldam mine being the focal point. The company's activities remained essential for the UK's industrial needs until recent challenges, including environmental pressures and market competition from the likes of China, which led to its decline. In 2018, British Fluorspar became part of Fluorocid, a large multinational fluorspar producer based out of Italy. This acquisition shielded the company from some of these challenges due to the global reach of Fluorocid in the fluorspar and fluorochemical markets. Milldam Mine was British Fluorspar's last operational mine, with it ceasing production in 2023 due to unprofitability. It was one of the few remaining active fluorspar mines in Europe. Cavendish Mill also ceased production shortly after this time, with work taking place to dismantle the facility. The company has been dealing with issues related to safety and environmental compliance, particularly with profitability at the Milldam mine, which, along with the challenging market conditions, had made it difficult for the company to stay afloat. The Cavendish Mill we are going to explore in this video dates back to 1965.
Try and walk up to it with that the girder in the way, if you know what I mean. Still got materials there to make things out of, raw materials in the loading bay area. We can hear vehicles, and there's clearly been vehicles here since the last time it rained. So Starrett's still a very active area. Hydrochloric acid. There's been recent footprints here. I can hear someone inside. I can hear people. noises. They've left the shuttering in from when they made this cast piece of concrete. Floor looks untouched, like no one's been in here in a while. Drain covers may be off floor drains whilst cleaning in progress, so we need to watch out for holes in the floor. Big processing machines. Belt driven. Tanks for Spa CL5. Bags of material here, unopened, containing dextrin. Best before 3rd of December 26, and it was manufactured on the 3rd of December 22. Be careful near the windows.
There's secure in the office just there.
Right.
And there's a guy driving around in a car as well.
Wow. So we need to be careful here, viewers. We're right near the bit that's got the security camera on it. There's cameras there actually.
Yes, you can see. You can see. It's that blue building, got orange vest on. You see it?
Yeah. You can actually see the security man. This man stood there. There's his car. You see that, viewers?
That car's on. It might have been a shift changeover.
Well, we could hear the car.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's just stood there, probably talking to someone else. Got a calorifier there, water heater. Directors dairies. Got a transformer there, fuse box. An office here. Big safe of some sort there. Belt dressing. Stop slips. We used to use that in the forces. Put a bit of that on it, stopped squeaking. Bolts. Carefully and right in view. See the security man moving now. If we can see him, he can possibly see us. 2013 diary. Classic motorcycle. Torches in the cupboard there. Fluoracid. British Fluorspar. 2023 shift rotor, and it only goes up to October, November, December 2023. Doesn't go into 2024. Security man still stood there looking down at his phone. I hope he's watching something interesting. Accident record, that's got personal details on. We walked out on Parker plant shed and walked into 6-inch water pipe that goes to the logs. Was looking at the ground when leaving the shed. Pain in shoulders and pain in neck. Starting with head, blurred vision. Get in. 29th of August 2020. Torches. Motorhome magazine. 2022 diary. So there was a security man who still stood there. So we'll go this way now. Weekend in 16th to the 12th, 18. Locker room. Sorry for the darkness, viewers, I don't want to put my light on too close to the security man. No logos, but they've all left the jackets here, all the boots. These are like the boot prints we saw earlier. Portless boots. There's still water in the sink from the last person who washed their hands. Another office here. British Fluorspar. There looks like a tool set. Barrier tape. Lots of keys. Someone's glasses. What on earth is that thing? If anybody knows, please leave a comment. LCD player, Bush Digital, alcohol free cleansing wipes, iPod dressing. I've got an interesting calendar here. What year is this from? That is from July and August 22. Chemdex. Nice calendar. Yeah, again, 2023 rotor. Locker room. Computer. Safe built into the wall there. Little keys here. This looks like the breakout room. That's a Dad's Army cup, I think. Be quiet, you stupid boy. Dad's Army. Some more of the Jackson's milk. Oh wow. Finally chopped tomatoes in tomato juice. Wow, that's been there a while. someone's 40 cup. A smile. Air Defenders. I wash Christmas lights. Now that's interesting. Christmas lights. Gives an indication when this place closed. Microwave. Again. 2023 rota. It looks like this place shut down during Christmas or New Year 2023. Vietnam book. Refrigerator. Fluoracid. Oh. Oh wow. Fluoracid. So 22nd of May 23. Voluntary redundancies due to ongoing business difficulties. Head office have requested that the employee numbers at the Cavendish mill be reduced by 2. Therefore, in the first instance, the company are looking for applications for employees for voluntary redundancy. If you'd like further information on this process, please contact myself to discuss. Oh dear. So they were struggling in May about here on this shift rota. Bless the workers. Did they leave anything in the fridge? Gotta check the fridge. Oh god. Check the milk out. Oh, that smells bad. It smells of like almost vomit. Health and hygiene policy with the COVID epidemic. And then general wash hands, and then in the Mildam mine, which is one of the mines that feeds here, there's different rules. And then at Cavendish mill, eating, drinking and smoking, and you can see where someone's left and they've just crossed that person's name out. British Fluorspar Limited Health and Safety Policy. There's the logo. You see?
Yeah.
The security man's moving in his office.
That's on his mobile phone.
He's coming out. Can you see him? Here, they just don't know we're on site, and that's what I want to keep it as. Wanting to be sat having a chill out bank holiday. Don't want him looking for us. All these belt driven machines. We're up in the flotation room. These are the machines that do that. And here are the log sheets. And the latest one that I can find is from the 30th of June. 10 o'clock. Let's see if I can find anything that's dated later than that. All signed off. So the night shift finished on the 30th. This looks like an air compressor. Got an older air compressor there and an air cylinder. That's an air bottle. We've got lots of machines here. These flotation devices. looks like a cofferdam of some sort, and these sort of water separators, all part of the process here. Water systems, the chemicals, rotating machinery above, looks like there's paddles below that agitate the water mix. Looks like it was a very dusty and dirty environment. Got grease guns fitted here to insert grease into these pipes, and they'll go to individual bearings. It would have been like one pump a shift or something like that. Pumping grease in. That'll pressurise that full manifold and push grease to each bearing, which are top bearings there. You can see this one. Somebody's intentionally cut the belts on these. They've been intentionally cut, and I wonder why. And the power's been cut to it as well. They all have. The belts have been intentionally cut. I wonder why they do that. And there's a motor starter. It's been cut off here. Fluorspar cleaner 2, number 4 cell. See there, the strainer area has been eaten by the liquid, just rotted away. And I've worked out why the belts are cut. It's because they've cut them to remove the electrical motors. All of the electric motors have been removed on these plates, probably to sell on for monetary value. All the electric motors that would have been on these plates are now gone elsewhere, and that's why the pipes are the belts have been cut, and there's parts of the pipework removed. Shit ball, there's a guard dog. What sort of dog is that? Hound dog, like a hooch. Don't know much about dogs, but that is the guard dog here. Just going to check out the motors, motor starters. Looks here like they've got a return system, like a flow return system here, where they can alter the flow rates back into there. You can alter the flow rates on those valve handles above. There's the electrical section. That's for each of the electrical motors that are now removed. There's another bank of them there. And if we look closely, we can see that a lot of the cabling's been removed also. The back of a switch, LV switch breaker here, and all the enclosures have been removed and the copper stripped, showing that they've no intention of ever using this place again. A massive rotational drum. Looks like something out of Hellraiser.
This machine is known as a ball mill, and here it is in operation.
Electrical section there. Air pressure bottle or air reservoir. Main control panel for the waterproof supply water system. Tailing sump system. Displays. Allen Bradley panel view there. Used to use those in the armed forces. and got various flow meters. Quite likely inverter driven systems here, so they can control the flow by the frequency of the motor.
This, viewers, is a look at the main production hall, and what I'm pointing to now is one of the two ball mills. These are a type of grinder used to grind and blend bulk materials into nano sizing using different size grinding balls. It works just like a big drum that rotates.
I don't like all them bangs, but that looks awesome. Can you imagine the noise in here when it was all running?
Definitely different.
Yeah. These big valves, big Brody flow valves, got some inverter driven pumps there, and a water header tank. Security office is just over there, but luckily, looking out the window, it looks like it's raining outside, which gives us extra cover as it blanks out the noise. You can see here where this flow return system has been stripped, pipes have been cut, valves removed, and the full top is missing. Up here, this is what a complete one looks like. Well, they've not stripped it yet, and an even larger one there.
And that's a view of the second ball mill. We found two of these in the main production hall.
The birds outside. As with a lot of these factories that we find, viewers, technology outweighs the buildings that contain the existing machinery, and you find that places like this become less profitable just because newer factories can do it more efficiently and therefore cheaper, and parts of the floor are very thin. Let's get one last shot of this massive motor that drove this ball mill. Moving our way up, you can see fairly recent vehicle movements down there and the odd footprint. Like a multi-floor silo for material. The top of the hub. Looks like one of the main conveyors there on the back of the processing hall.
I think Sega's just outside there in that cabin.
Yeah,
I think it's just.
yeah. Like other side of that wall is where security are. Nice decay for you there, Paul.
Oh, this is awesome.
See how they've had to add scaffolding there to get access to equipment, and then the scaffolding itself has been there that long, it's now starting to rot. I hate noises like that. See if I can get a look at the conveyor, viewers. So this system here looks like a big bed shaker where it shakes material along, getting the big particles away from the smaller particles, and it drops them down there. conveyor belt system here. Going up there. Still got some bars of material on it. See, the rollers are going rusty now. Keep hearing big doors opening and closing. We're hoping it's just the wind, but we don't know for certain.
It's like a car.
Yeah,
The wind's getting up.
yeah. Hole in the floor by my feet. View down the conveyor. Some raw material. Massive Archimedes screw in there. That's for moving items upwards. See how rotten the floor is, just from the chemicals that have been in these rooms. Actually degrading the floor itself. That's the top of one of the stone silos there. Archimedes screw. Try and get some light on that fire. It's one of the screw systems. And see how that itself is decaying. Another screw system here. This one looks slightly more modern. It's even got PTFE inserts on it. Where they tried to make it stronger and stop rotting so quickly because of the chemicals within the fluorspar. Just eats everything. It's just to agitate the material whilst moving it from one location to another. He simply called them elevators. Electrical system here. Dense media pumps, fines pump. That's the supply to the entire system. The obligatory airbags chair. Switch fuses. Baldwin Francis switch gear. Process machinery here. Let's get a nice view of the outside. Got part of the active freight and haulage company there that are occupying part of this site. Modern Volvo tractor units there. Cows in the distance. This was the main processing hall that we were in earlier. You can see there's numerous cars on site over there. And those, I'm told, are empty warehouses. But there's some labs over there that are really good. But they're right near the security bit. So we'll do those last. Spare belts on the wall there. Just a final view of the conveyors and elevators right here.
This appointment was checked 11th of November 23.
Wow, so it was was still getting maintained in November of 2023. Wow. So high up we are now, viewers. Several stories up. The elevators.
Viewers, make sure you subscribe to the channel. It's free, and click the bell to receive notifications of part 2 of this explore. It's simply too long. There was too much here to fit in one video, so I've had to break it down into episodes. So this is a mini series. Make sure you subscribe, and I will see you soon with part 2. Bye bye for now.
Yeah. Are you sure?